It is a good life we lead, brother.
The best. May it never change.
And may it never change us.
The student does not defeat the teacher. الشيء واقع مطلق بل كل ممكن. So it seems.
No books. No wisdom. Just you, fratello mio.
The Assassin's Creed we knew and love is gone. Truthfully, it has been for a while now, but everyone is now accepting it. If you somehow haven't heard the news, the next Assassin's Creed game, codenamed AC Infinity, is going to be a live service RPG that takes massive inspiration from Fortnite. The series we loved is gone, and this announcement almost confirms it may never come back, or at least not for a long time, as Ubisoft wants to have Infinity be the Assassin's Creed game for years to come, and just continuously update it rather than make a new game every couple years. When I heard about this news, I was angry. I was beyond frustrated, and everything we've been asking for from Ubisoft for this series, well, they've just spat in our face and given us the complete opposite. The funny thing is, I was actually starting to have hope. The new Watch Dogs DLC had exactly what the fans wanted. Far Cry 6 looks amazing, and they are bringing back the fan favorite villains from the old games in a season pass. So why does Assassin's Creed get the short end of the stick? It's the most popular IP Ubisoft has, and they decide it's a good idea to turn the series into the next Fortnite? I know a lot of you are probably expecting a rant, which I was definitely going to do, but honestly at this point, it's not even anger anymore. It's just sadness and acceptance. I went through the stages of grief since I've heard this news. I'm just so tired of going in on Assassin's Creed and Ubisoft and how bad it's gotten, even if it is a lot of fun. But it's like, my hope is gone, my dreams crushed, that little thread of hope I was holding on to was just completely cut, burned, and incinerated by this announcement. And now I'm just so upset that I honestly feel numb. I don't even care anymore. Look what you've done to me, Ubisoft. All your schemes and anti-consumerism, you broke me, and it was your plan all along. Now regardless, I'm still going to play AC Infinity because I'm just in way too deep at this point, and I'm also a bit curious how exactly this format is going to work on Assassin's Creed. It's funny because I've always really wanted the AC series to try online modes again ever since Unity, because I thought there was a lot of potential there, but never did I want it to become the main focus like it might be for Infinity. I don't want the Division version of Assassin's Creed, and God forbid, I don't want a Fortnite version of Assassin's Creed. I literally made a joke about a Fortnite-like Assassin's Creed game in my Ubisoft is evolving but backwards video. I cannot wait to play an Assassin's Creed Battle Royale with tons of skins and dances and microtransactions, and I never expected it to actually happen. I knew Ubisoft was focusing on free-to-play live service games, but I didn't think Assassin's Creed would fall victim to it. If you want to make the next Fortnite so bad, Ubisoft, just make a different IP for it. I would like to say I didn't see this coming, but truthfully, I did. But it's still honestly shocking to see it actually happen. Oh, and that's not all. If you watch my videos a lot, you've probably heard me make at least 5 different jokes about Assassin's Creed Odyssey, because the game is trash and we all know it. And yet, guess who's been given full oversight on the Assassin's Creed series for the foreseeable future? Ubisoft Quebec, aka the studio that made Odyssey. If you were hoping that somehow this Infinity game would at least have a slight return to formula with the more linear style and Assassin's Creed lore, not on Ubisoft Quebec's watch. This game is already confirmed to be a fully fledged RPG, even more so than Odyssey and Valhalla. Oh, and of course the community is absolutely outraged by this announcement, but Ubisoft doesn't care. If this was 2009, then maybe, but they are so blinded and oblivious to their own greed that they do not care what a single one of us has to say about this game, and I cannot wait until this blows up in their face eventually. Karma will reach you eventually, Ubisoft, and then you'll wish you had listened to your fans. To some of you, I probably sound like just a really triggered loser who's just salty about the direction of the series and doesn't like change, and maybe you're right, but I am so passionate and care so much about this series that how could I just sit by and not express my opinions on these things? I'm watching my favorite video game series be dragged in the mud in front of my very eyes. So I really don't care if I'm whining and complaining because it's how I genuinely feel. Those of you who are new fans of the series can't possibly understand what this community has been hoping and wishing for and how long we've been asking for Assassin's Creed to feel like Assassin's Creed again. Now I'm going to give Infinity a chance. I don't want to just instantly make up my mind on the game before I've even played it because that's just not how I formulate my opinions on games, but I can give my opinion on how I feel about Ubisoft and the direction they're going with Assassin's Creed in particular. Like I said earlier, online Assassin's Creed has been something I wanted to return, so playing this game with friends or even with you guys sounds really cool to me, but if it doesn't even resemble Assassin's Creed, then what's the point in calling it that? Oh wait, now it's not actually confirmed whether or not this game will even have multiplayer, but we can only assume so with how they've described it. But anyways, so much for no rant, huh? But I'm gonna end this here, otherwise I'll go on for hours, but let me know your thoughts on Assassin's Creed Infinity. Are you as frustrated and disappointed as me, or are you excited for another new take on the franchise? Let's get some discussions going in the comments, and if you want to discuss it further, I also have a Discord you can join as well. Link for that is in the description. Sorry for my lack of uploads recently. I've been sick and it's been really hard to continue making videos, so I've just been trying to take it easy, but I will definitely be covering Assassin's Creed Infinity more as we learn more and get closer to the game's release, so consider subscribing for more in the future. And again, rest in peace Assassin's Creed, and thanks for watching and stay stealthy out there, Assassins.